Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Feather, the founder of Elevate Cincinnati, which is a yoga, hiking, trail running gathering happening August 18th at French Park with the intention of helping people take their fitness and their health to the next level, no matter where you are in your fitness. There's always room to grow. And I'm here with Lilias Folan, who is one of the teachers at Elevate Cincinnati. And I'm so happy and grateful that I'm sitting next to the Lilias Folan, one of the first ladies of yoga. So welcome. As you guys come in, just comment and say hi. Let us know that you're here. And thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching this later, you can comment below and just say hi. So Lilias, thank you so much for being here.
You know, I forget when you say Lilias Folan, I forget that I have a Swami name.
You have a Swami name?
I do.
Awesome.
Swami Kavitananda.
Swami Kavitananda.
And I asked my teacher, I said, what does that mean? Kavitananda, he said something of in life, you know, the energy, Vita, energy, Ananda, bliss. And I think, and I forget, you know, because I want to be friends with folks and I don't want to have a Swami, you know, make it sound like a big deal. But I just thinking about it now, I'm very grateful.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So can you explain to everyone watching, whether you're watching right now or later, what is a Swami name?
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I would love it. Yeah.
Well,
I would love for you to share that.
Kavitananda, Swami Kavitananda. And I think those are just the words for the energy, the bliss of life, the Vita.
So what does that mean to have a Swami name? Did somebody gave this to you?
Right. Well, I think it's part of for my journey is that I love the divine, but I've also kind of came into the planet loving all the major pathways, like, you know, Catholicism and respecting. I really love the Christian tradition. And that's kind of how I came into the planet. But all of a sudden I got onto the yoga path, and it really enhanced actually my spiritual, you know, traditional spiritual journey.
So there was a teacher who gave you this.
Yes, Swami
name.
Chidananda
Gave you this name.
gave me the name.
Is that who this person is in this picture over here?
Yes.
Oh, really? I was wondering who that was.
Yeah.
She has a picture over here of, can I show everybody?
Yes. Oh, please.
Okay.
Lovely.
So this was who? One of your
My teachers.
teachers?
Swami Chidananda. He came to Cincinnati.
Okay.
He did come to Cincinnati.
From India?
Well, from New York City.
Okay.
And it was a long, long time ago. But gosh. See, I started out in New York City and I didn't want to come to Cincinnati. And my husband, bless his heart, said, well, you could see her heel marks from New York City to Cincinnati. She did not want to come that badly, you know. Sorry.
That's okay.
See her heel marks. So I went to, what does a good yoga person do? Because I'd been studying in New York City yoga for a good couple of years, because India was coming to New York, and I really felt that this was the place to be. I didn't want to go to Cincinnati.
Right. So were you in New York for that reason?
No, we lived in New York. I had family in New York.
You just happened to be living there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also got into a yoga class many years ago after I went to a doctor who listened to all my symptoms, and he said, get involved in a exercise class. Excuse me, my hair.
Oh, you're fine.
So I thought yoga was the most interesting, but he said, get involved in an exercise class. But so I went and took my first yoga class, and I felt so incredible after the first, and then 10 days, I just began to change, and the love began there. But I did not want to come to Cincinnati because there was so much going on in New York City. And I went to a psychic. I mean, what do you do else do you do if you want to solve your problems? Go to a psychic.
Or pick some tarot cards or something. I don't know.
Oh, I probably did that too. But I went to the psychic in New York, and there was a whole lot of people there. And I stood up and asked a question, or actually I didn't. I sat and asked the question. And she sort of said, "Just a moment. Stand up. I want to tell you something. I'm getting a message for you. I see cameras and lights around you, and you'd better be ready."
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had no idea about teaching yoga to a camera.
Uh-huh.
Nothing at all. So I went and
with your husband,
with
Bob.
my husband.
Mm-hmm. What year was this?
Oh gosh, it's really hard. I think in the early 60s.
Okay.
And I met a wonderful man here who's still very much on the planet, Len Gurian.
Okay.
And he was a producer, I think, probably for Bob Braun and that era of television, and probably also public broadcasting. And he just encouraged me to. He said, "You do really well." So that's how that really began, is being a guest on Bob Braun and the TV that was going on at that time. And I haven't thought about it in a long time, but I'll think of the names.
And that was?
Yeah, in the early 60s.
In the early 60s, when you started teaching on Channel 48.
Right. I was teaching here in Cincinnati, but I could at the YWCA, but gosh, I couldn't see how in the world could you teach to a red light, but it became very, very real. Is that I just could visualize, and if you can't, that's the whole thing about teaching too. Is if you can't see the person, supposedly but you use your imagination, and so that's a style of teaching. If there's a Lilias yoga type of teaching, is if you can't do it this way, try it this way. Because when I was I'm still a student, but when I began, it was very much only one way. And Mr. Iyengar, you had you're perfect. And you got to do it one way. But how can you if you're teaching on television? You can't see the person.
There's so many different people.
Yes.
So I've been starting to do more on teaching online classes with my Pain-Free Feet program. And something I've been doing is trying to visualize the person that I'm talking to. Like I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to this particular person. Like, is that how you managed? Was that what it was like teaching to a camera, or how was it different than teaching a class in person?
I think using the imagination, and if you can't do it this way, try it that way. And it's sort of a channeled. I mean, no one's guiding me. It's just using the imagination, and it makes sense to me. And I hope it makes sense to you guys too.
So here we are on camera. If you're finding yourself on camera once again, Lilias asked if I was bringing a cameraman and lights and stuff over here to do this interview. I was like, no, it's just on my computer. Yeah, I'm not that fancy.
I've never had that before.
It's her first Facebook Live. So let's give Lilias some love. You can like and love this video, and just so excited that you're going to be teaching. So what classes are you teaching at Elevate Cincinnati this year? She's teaching 2 classes this year.
It's spontaneous, and I know that is uncomfortable for the person who's running it. You really want to know, but of what I'm going to do. I sort of listen to the class and see who's there, and then work from there. But I have something. First of all, I hope folks know that I'm a yoga teacher of over 50 years, but I also am a big student. I love to study yoga. And Heather's here, and all you see around you is yoga books. And So because there is always something new to share.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, that's what keeps it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can you keep your interest in something over 50 years? So I like to work with sort of what's there. But this one thing that I'm doing, which I find very interesting, from my friends from the West Coast, told me of something called PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit much to say, so I call it the 3 R's. It is part to do with resistance, relax, and then re-stretch.
Okay.
And you can do it, so it really helps the yoga postures, especially if you're stiff. So that's what I like to help people with.
Perfect. So you're going to be teaching that in your yoga class, and then you'll be doing a joy in the journey, the joys in the journey talk.
We'll see.
Yeah. she'll be doing a talk as well.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit spur of the moment. Talk about her joy of the journey.
Yes, and I like questions, and I like feeling who's there, and then we work from there. I like being intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, and then there'll be a list of certain things, like, for one, what's my practice like? May I answer that?
I would I'm sure everybody would love to hear. Yes, what is your yoga practice like these days?
My yoga practice is traditional postures, and that, because boy, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I can be a little take things for granted.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really, with this body that is maturing, I have to really get on my own case.
Mm-hmm.
But
and you said you've been doing some training.
Yes, I
recently
do.
Too. Like at the gym and stuff. Right?
I do. I do a stationary bike, and I do other things other than traditional yoga postures. But it's just as a mid-age body, it's different than it was, and so easy, and to take things for granted 25 years ago, and I can't do that anymore. So my teaching is definitely different, and it is for the mid-age body, and I think aging is certainly part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm looking at our health and inspiring other people's health, and
keep using it or you lose it, right?
Lose it,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. I trained my mom, who's 74. She's watching right now, and she's
hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. But I keep seeing her get stronger, so it's really cool. Like, you can even at 74, you can keep improving your fitness or maintaining, and
absolutely, and maintaining it, and not getting discouraged when you have a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And part of my practice, which was the beginning of the question, which I've added just really seriously, is gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
When I get up in the morning and I put my feet on the floor, I pause. What are you grateful for today, Lilias?
Mm-hmm.
Because gratefulness is a feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this definitely today. But where do you feel grateful? Where do you feel grateful? Okay, where do you feel grateful? And I'll ask this question again.
I feel grateful right now.
Right. Wait, put your hand where you feel. Pause. Put your hand where you feel grateful.
Everybody can do this.
Everybody, come on, of course, please. Now, I am not holding my big toe, am I? No, I'm not. This is the heart center. This is really real. This is a heart chakra, a heart center is right here. And it's very much in the chakra system of this is where we feel grateful. And gratefulness is a wonderful word, because it's so, it changes, it's positive, it's not stressful. And it reminds me daily to be great. What am I grateful for today?
Beautiful. I love it. So why are you excited to be a part of Elevate Cincinnati?
I'm excited because I love meeting you and doing something with everybody. And I love Cincinnati, and you're part of my family. And So I can, a lot's been going on in my own life too. And if I may just share very briefly, I lost my husband a couple of months ago. And everybody we all are going to deal with grief in some way in our lives. And so I can't run away from it. And so I am putting my feet to the earth. I'm sharing it with people, getting support from folks, and I'm learning.
Continuing your health journey. One of the things I thought was so amazing, when Lilias and I connected a week or two ago to schedule this, when I got on the phone with her, because I've been worried about you, and just, so when I got on the phone with her, she sounded so great, and she said, Heather, I've been exercising and going to the gym, and I have a trainer, and feeling the gratitude every single day. And I just thought to myself, wow, like even how fitness can help us get through the hard times of life, which we all have, whether it's losing a husband, dealing with a relationship, a job situation that maybe you're not happy in, like how the focus of some fitness goal, whether it's maintaining, or like for me, it's a swim race right now. And I've got a lot of stress in my job because I'm trying to grow in different ways. But I've got my swim race that is my focus, and I'm going to train come hell or high water. And it keeps my mind healthy. So when I heard you, when I went on the phone, I was so happy. You sounded so clear and really better than the first time that I talked to you, right after, of course, when your husband passed away. That's a very difficult thing, but how stepping back in the gym and like taking care of your body and mind has helped through.
One of the advice that someone gave to me and that resonated with me, which is do things, Lilias, that make you happy. So I had to sit and think, okay, what does make me happy? And going to a day like we're going to in August, that will really make me happy. And I love this, when two or more are gathered in my name, there will I be also. But I was thinking this morning is that the two or more is, I'm only one person, but it's you and your high self. So you can be by yourself with your high self, or with quite a few people that will be in the yoga class in August.
Okay.
And when we are together, we elevate each other. And you watch, but if you come in the morning and you leave in the evening, how you'll feel. What can you take home with you? What can you use in your life? And I think we're ready to hear these words. And a lot of things have happened. Being mindful. They're teaching mindfulness in hospital settings. Being mindful. If you'd said this 20 years ago, people would go, what? But we are ready to hear it. We are, folks, evolving. That's why coming to a day like we are going to be together, we help each other, we study, we give to each other. And you'll go home feeling differently, happy. And for sure, in my time, we're going to do something called the inner smile, which is very wonderful. And you'll take it home with you, the inner smile.
Awesome.
Yes,
I'm very excited.
Wait.
I remember last year after the event, I was on, cloud 9 for a little while. So, okay, great. So what, I have just a few more questions for you. This is kind of circling back to when you started teaching yoga. What inspired you? You mentioned you went to the doctor and you had illness, and that's why you got into yoga. Is that what inspired you to start teaching other people, or what inspired you to do that? To start sharing yoga with other people?
I guess because the seeds have been planted deeply in me to serve, to help out on the planet, and to serve others, and to be of service. And that's a part of the yoga tradition that doesn't resonate with everybody, but it does with me.
Mhm.
I really came on the planet to serve and to help out. And I want to be careful of saying it because it sounds egotistical. I want to serve.
Mhm.
Oh, baloney.
Mhm.
You know, I really care, and I want to help out. So it's just very simple.
Awesome. Perfect.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Thank you guys for showing up. If you're watching now, if you're watching later.
Now, folks, do you know what this means? Okay. Namaste means, and if you'd like to do it, join us now, that the light in me reaches the light in thee, and we are one in that light.
I feel like we should end with maybe a little song.
Oh.
Do you want to do that?
No.
No.
Come in August and we will sing together. We'll have some
Okay.
fun.
All right. We'll sing together in August.
Oh.
For some reason, I was feeling like we should, but that's okay. All right. We'll
Glory,
sing.
glory, yes.
Glory, glory. Is that okay? Is that our song?
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
There we go.
Glory,
I knew there was.
glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth keeps marching on.
I knew there was something that
Oh,
was
very
right.
soon.
I just had a feeling. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, dear heart. I look forward to seeing you.
Yes, and we look forward
to seeing you.
to seeing all of you at Elevate Cincinnati, and
Please come over and say hi too.
come over and say hi. She's going to be teaching 2 classes, both of them in the morning. She and I will be doing an opening together for the whole group, and it's going to be an amazing day. So I'll post the
and
link.
beginners too. I mean, if you've
Mhm.
not done anything at all, please feel free to come, because really that's how I like to teach. If you can't do it this way, try it that way, and you'll benefit in some way. Absolutely. I know I will. I will benefit tremendously. I'll learn a lot.
Yes. Awesome. Great. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will see you there. I'll post a link to the event in the comments below. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.